Everybody, this is Compost Chicken Queens Plus, and in this case, mind the lighting. This is a very dirty kitchen floor. This is my aunt and my dad's floor. They're elderly people. There's actually a third person who's my dad's friend, Ted, and he is very ill, and my aunt is very old, and my dad is pushing 70, and my aunt is like 8 years older and has not been taking care of herself very well. So, you know, 3 older people in a house, and they all have mobility issues to a greater and lesser extent. One big fat cat. And so we're going to challenge this Norwex kitchen cloth, Norwex kitchen. And I only brought the Norwex kitchen cloth and one of the little cloths. I think they're counter cloths. It's in another room. I don't feel like getting it. It's the kind that sits on the little house, with about 6 other ones. And that's all I brought. And it's a 4-hour drive home. So this is what we're doing. This is some sort of linoleum. I'm not sure what kind. But, oh, hello, sir. There's a very big cat. You can see this very big cat. Yes. And anyways, I'm trying to make it so you can see how dirty the floor is. And I'll have to clean a section of the floor so you can see what the actual tile pattern is, because obviously not everybody knows what certain other people's kitchen floors look like when they're clean, and it could look like dirt even though it's not. But we'll start. I'm going to start with this side, and then maybe that side as a comparison. Let's see if I can get this thing to, there we go. I'll start with this side on the dirty spot here, and here, I'm going to do a pinky test. Pinky, I had to have fairly strong fingers, but even I'm not that strong against, you know, most things. But look, one pinky, one finger, and that's coming up like no problem. So we'll get a little harder, put some more effort into it. Now I believe this is pretty much the way the floor is supposed to look. Maybe not that spot, but this is the pattern of the floor. Come on, floor. All right, come on. There we go. That is basically the color pattern of the floor. So we have a baseline to compare what this is. Yeah, very dirty. The light in here is pretty bad, but it should be enough. This phone, actually, Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, actually has pretty good optics when it comes to night. It actually sees better in the dark than I do, and I have pretty darn good night vision, but it's actually much better than I am. So the light level in here on the camera is actually better than in real life, to give you an idea. And as you can see, this is just a damp cloth. I think I could squeeze it out. Let's see if I can put this down. Nice. See how I can get any water out of it. To give you an idea. Yeah, a fair bit of water out of it. But by no means is it soaked. It's not damp, it's not drippable. But definitely much simpler job than getting a mop out and water, and you know, I should have been more prepared. But again, I want to show you the worst. This isn't actually a dirty house. There's still food stuff on it. I think that's a piece of meat that got dropped, and people can't bend over in this household, so it kind of just stays there, or that's not even noticed because their eyesight is crap. And it could have been dark in here. They didn't notice. The cat could have jumped up and grabbed it and didn't take off with it. I don't know. Anyway, you can see this is actually very easy to clean. No mop, not having to pick up buckets or use your sink as a bucket. I've done that before. You're not going to get water all over the place to slip and slide on. This is going to dry really quickly. So particularly if you have elderly people in your home, or you are an elderly person, you're not going to worry about slip sliding. You can work your way backwards, and by the time you're finished like a couple of feet worth, the other part's already dry, so there's no danger. And there's no danger in this, and it's just water. There's no weird fucking chemicals. Pardon my French, I should probably not swear, but there's no chemicals to absorb into your skin. That means you don't have to worry about wearing gloves or, you know, what am I putting in my body through my skin, because your skin is a major organ and it is very porous and it does absorb stuff. That's why dermal patches for nicotine and other substances work. And your hands are no different than other parts of your body, of course. And this, like I said, a very, very dirty kitchen. It's been neglected due to age and infirmity, and just not enough time, too much to do. So I'm here to help, and we're going to put Norwex to the test in a very dirty house. And again, I am not an affiliate or a seller of Norwex. I'm just a happy, very happy customer. Every time I use this product, I feel like I'm enchanted. Getting a little bit of kitchen wall action here. I'm not sure what kind of paint this is, so I don't know if I'm going to be taking paint off. These Norwex are capable of taking paint off, so you have to be aware of that. You'll wonder why it's coming up white. Actually, that might be a sign of it. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I guess it wouldn't matter. I'm just more worried about getting paint in there and not being able to get it out than I am about the walls losing paint, because obviously you need to get them clean, and if a little bit of paint comes off at the same time, who cares? It's going to get painted anyway. But yeah, so no prep here. We're looking at the very dirty becoming clean. Norwex has Backlock, which is their trade name for silver. There's silver thread in here, which kills bacteria within the thing itself. It is self-sanitizing. It takes about 24 hours. Once you've rinsed it out, you could probably leave it dirty and we'll do it too, but I can't say for sure if that would be a good idea. And why not rinse it out before you hang it up to dry, because then you have a clean cloth. You could launder it every time, but you really don't need to. Rinsing it out is fine. The microfibers are, I think they said, basically you take a human hair and you split it 200 times, whereas the average kind you can get in a store is about 20 to 30 times or something. I might be getting the numbers wrong, but it's a scale anyway. And you can tell the difference. Plus, these come with a warranty. I don't remember the warranty details, but they do. And I can see that people say that they've had these for 10 years and they're fine. You can't tell the difference between them and new, much more than, obviously they don't have new Norwex smell, and they probably are somewhat stained. But I can see why they say that they last a long time, because you can tell the quality's good. They even put where they put the tag, you can tell it's been sewn in nicely. I like the fact that you can hang it on things, so it can hang just about anywhere and dry. Yeah, I love this product. I'm so happy to have encountered it. I encountered it years ago, just, I don't know, randomly on YouTube, I think, and somebody was like, no, it's not worth the cost, you know, just get the kind in the dollar store, be fine. You know what, whoever you are, you're wrong. This is much better. It's way better than any of the micro cloths that I've ever used. In fact, I gave up using micro cloths, the store-bought kind, because the texture, I know it sounds, you know, trivial or whatever, but the texture was just weird. It felt weird and I didn't like it. And I'm not like Asperger's, I don't think, or anything, maybe a little bit, but not much. But it just had the feeling was wrong, and they didn't clean that well. So I wasn't that impressed. And I have them around, I find one here or there, but I don't use them. This, I've put a carabiner on it and carry around the house with me and just rub things. They're great. Yeah, I use them all the time. I love them. I am, extremely happy fan of these. They seem expensive, but really, you're not. Like, one finger. They clean extremely well. They clean themselves, which the other micro cloth ones do not do. That's another bonus. And I could see them lasting a very long time, which again, and you don't need any cleaners, so there's savings there, plus you're not polluting the environment with the production of those chemicals or the use of those chemicals. You're not polluting your own body with them, because let's just face it, there's a lot of gross things that they sell as cleaners that are really noxious and you shouldn't be anywhere near. And use the cloth. I mean, you can't go wrong. These are awesome. And yeah, you can see this is Norwex versus actual dirty house. And I haven't seen a single other video of Norwex company where they actually have filthy dirty house versus Norwex. I've only seen beautiful, pristine Sears catalog quality houses, and I'm not disparaging those people. They have lovely houses, and you can tell they love their cloths because they're so clean. But here we're starting at the basement, if not under the basement, of dirtiness. And it's disgustingly dirty, but you know what? This is the test of Norwex, and Norwex wins again, with just a tiny bit of water. What can I say? A tiny bit of water. Not a bucket, not chemicals, just water and Norwex. And this isn't even, I wouldn't even say this is the proper cloth. There are floor cloths, or the floor mop system, which I love. It works awesome on the ceiling. It took me like, I think 8 minutes to do the entire ceiling. Unfortunately, I screwed up the filming of it. I ended up filming not the ceiling, but myself and the stove instead. So that was kind of disappointing. I didn't realize that I was filming it the wrong way. Anyways, but let's see if I have a ceiling to do up here. Not so much, and I don't have my mop anyway, so I'm not going to stand up on anything. The ceilings in here are very high, but like this is the gunk on the edge of a stove, or rather this is the oven door, and I think some of this is probably rust, but a lot of it is also gunk, and I'm sure it's standard gunk, so everybody would know what this is. Most people have the same food. And it's much easier. Like, I've cried using these cloths because the work is so much easier. And you think how much time and effort and, poisoning I could have saved myself by using this product. And this company's been around for 25 years, so let that sink in. Yeah, folks, Norwex is worth the money. It's definitely worth the money. Save up your money, get this stuff, get rid of all your other cleaning products. You don't need them. And if you're a hoarder out there, you know who you are. I know who I am. You can get rid of a shit ton of stuff, feel completely guilt-free, because you're not poisoning yourself anymore. You're not contributing to the damage of the environment or yourself or your pets. You'll have less stuff. You'll absolutely love the cleaning products you have, instead of just being more junk that you hate, that doesn't really work, that wastes your energy, particularly if you're like me. I have respiratory problems. I'm always short of breath. I'm always tired. And this is doable, folks. Look, it's doable. I'm not even using the proper cloth. So I'm putting more effort into this than needed. If I'd brought everything I own of Norwex, this would be, not much slower than this. But as it is, this is probably egg. I don't know. It's just dirty. And you can see, just water, folks. And you've watched me clean dirty stuff in the same video, and it's still picking up stuff. And this is greasy, tacky, very oily. Yeah, I mean, look. This is not camera tricks, folks. There's no camera tricks in this. I'm not using anything other than a little tiny bit of water and some effort and one already filthy dirty cloth. See? Anyways, so this is already 15 minutes long, but you get the idea. Look, you get the idea. This is real. And if you want to have a good life, not spending so much time on your hands and knees, cleaning dirty surfaces with toxic chemicals, and wasting water, and putting more stuff in the landfill, you get yourself some Norwex. Money well spent. If you don't have the money, find a way to make it happen. So anyway, this is Compost Chicken Queens Plus. In this case, plus 1 Norwex kitchen rag or cloth versus a good section of a very, very, very dirty floor and part of some other things. Hope you have a lovely afternoon, evening, afternoon, and night. Whenever, wherever, and whomever you are, stay awesome. Stay well.